Welcome to RTBro's Trading Academy, where we only focus on the charts and completely ignore the news or fundamentals because that's exactly how whales manipulate the market and take your money. Now, we've had a lot of red in the market today, but there is a bullish case to be had at this level, and we're going to go over in this video. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Now, as you guys are aware, this is the Bitcoin price chart. We've been watching this for quite a while. And we have a few different levels on here that I'm going to go ahead and read that talk about again. For one, we have this falling trend line, and this was actually a falling wedge that we had, which we did break to the upside, right? I went ahead and got rid of the top trend line because it just makes additional lines in the chart that we don't need. But this bottom trend line is actually still relevant, and we'll go over it soon. Now, we also have a 4-hour level right here that acted as a very strong support for a while. However, it eventually did break down. Then we also have a daily breaker right here that did act as support. However, we have fallen through, and now we are expecting it to act as some sort of a resistance on a retest. Now, obviously, if we get back above this level, that would be a bullish sign. But we need to understand and respect that this is now a resistance. Let's go ahead and make that sucker red so we clearly see that it is a resistance. Now, another thing on here is we do have this 4-hour level. And like I talked about a few days ago, this level is exceptionally important, guys. This is the key level that absolutely 100% needs to hold, or there will be a tremendous amount of possible downside, okay? And that's putting it lightly. Okay, this would absolutely be a very catastrophic thing if we do lose this level. Ultimately, we do want this to hold at least, or preferably on the 4-hour, but ultimately we do want to see it hold at least on like the daily, maybe in the weekly. We might give it. All right. Ultimately, this is a very, very key level we want to see hold. Now, right now, we are in a very interesting spot. This right here is the 4-hour 200 moving average, and the 4-hour 200 moving average is a very significant level for coins that have a lot of volatility like cryptocurrency. The reasoning why is because the 200 daily moving average, which is generally used in the traditional stock market, the price moves so quickly in crypto that the 200 daily moving average is generally very far away from the price action. So instead, a lot of traders do end up using the 4-hour 200 moving average because it's closer to the current price action and we can get an idea of what's going on in the market. So far, we have had a bullish reaction off of it, along with this trend line that's falling also have a bullish reaction off of it. So this right here, there is a solid case that this could be the bottom of this structure. Now, I'm not entirely sure if that's what's going to happen. Ultimately, my expectation is actually that we're going to come up here, test this level, and then continue down here, in which case we will get our final bounce. This is my primary bias on what my expectations are. However, we need to understand that this level is significant, and I do expect some sort of a bounce from here before ultimately going to the downside. Now, obviously, if we do something like this, right, get back above here, reclaim, come back up here, that would be a very bullish sign, right? This is something we want to see for a bullish continuation, in which case this may just have been a deviation, and we are actually going to continue back up to our weekly, our yearly open, and possibly tremendously higher, okay? But ultimately, this is my primary expectation. I think we're going to retest down here, then come back down. But do not forget that this is absolutely a possibility. All right, so let's keep diving in. On the total chart, another reason why I think that this level may actually be able to hold us up is because this actually is a 4-hour breaker level on the total market cap, right? This is the overall market cap of the entire cryptocurrency. And right now, we are resting on this 4-hour breaker, okay? Don't know how significant it's going to be, but right now we are showing support here. We've already showed support here a previous time. So the more it is tested, the more likely it is to fail. But we need to assume that it is a support until we finally do lose it. So this is a key level that it might actually hold. Now let's go over the total three. The total three is also an interesting spot, guys. And this is all of our altcoins, right? So the total chart has made new lows. However, the total three chart actually has not made new lows. So as of right now, this is actually a higher low that has been printed. Altcoins do look pretty good. Altcoins do look good, guys. Relative to Bitcoin, our altcoins are looking tremendously better. And it is shown by this chart along with the Bitcoin dominance, which I'll show you guys soon. But this higher low being printed so far is a bullish sign Furthermore, right beneath here, we have a ridiculous amount of support. Okay. This is a ridiculous amount of support, guys. There's a weekly breaker right here. And this is also a golden pocket retracement of this entire structure. Golden pocket retracement is also in this region. So essentially, this is the key level that we're looking to hold if we are going to continue and go higher. So as long as we don't lose this level, I'm still very bullish on the altcoin market. Bitcoin is a little bit in a precarious situation, or it is in a precarious situation. However, the altcoins actually do look really well right now. All right. So overall, we are having some strength. Now, the next thing, and this is what's really getting me excited about the altcoins, is we have this Bitcoin dominance, which is dropping down, which originally rejected off of this weekly breaker. And now we are falling down with a vengeance, which means that money is flowing into our altcoins, guys. Money is flowing into our altcoins. This level right here acted as a very strong resistance on the way up. You can see a test, 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 test. We eventually broke up, came back down, retested, acted as support, support, and we have now collapsed through it. Okay. This is what we wanted to see. What we were talking about yesterday and the day before that in our previous videos, guys. This is what we wanted to see for our altcoins to do better. And as you guys can see, we have fallen through. This means that money is hemorrhaging out of Bitcoin and going into our altcoins. This is a really, really, really good sign. Furthermore, we are also beneath the 200 moving average on the Bitcoin dominance, guys. We lost it, right? Remember this whole thing? We had a deviation up here, how we got back above, and I was like, oh gosh, this looks actually really, really bearish right now, guys, for the altcoin market. But we have collapsed so far down that now we have actually reclaimed and gotten back below the 200 moving average, which is a really, really bullish sign for altcoins. So alts do not look bad, and I think that there's actually a lot of opportunities in our altcoin market right now. So ultimately, right now, we do have a weekly breaker that we're coming into very, very soon. Once we do start tapping into there, that's when the real test is going to come. If we do lose this, our next level is way down here, and that is a lot of space for our altcoins to do really, really well. So although Bitcoin does look a little bit sideways, we really don't know what's going on. We've had a lot of red in the market. Our altcoins look really, really good right now, guys. So it's really dependent upon how Bitcoin does, but there is a lot of opportunity. And one of those opportunities I actually talked about yesterday for the Patreon members was Telcoin. Okay. Telcoin is something I've been following for a while. I think this coin looks really, really good. However, we've actually had a pretty decent breakout last night. So as you guys can see, it doesn't look like much on this massive, massive chart that's been going back since May, this massive falling wedge. However, we did get about a 30% increase yesterday on Telcoin alone, based upon a call that I called last night. All right, so this looks really, really good so far. We did find resistance at the top, similar to another coin request, which I've been following very closely as well. We have found some level of a resistance up here, but we are now consolidating and essentially waiting for us to do another retest up there, in which case I do think we'll be able to break to the upside and have significant potential on Telcoin. There are other ones as well, but Tel is one that actually did break out soon after my previous call last night. Other things in the markets going on, guys, remember this 200 moving average? The Dow Jones has rejected off the 200 moving average, like we're talking about yesterday, and we have collapsed from it, right? This is the warning sign that I was mentioning last night. So it's good that the technicals are working out. It's good that we're seeing this sort of interaction on there, but obviously this is a bearish sign for the entire stock market, which oftentimes does translate back into cryptocurrency as well. So this right here does not look good. It is a bearish sign for the overall crypto market and traditional stock market. However, this right here does not look bad at all. This is on the DXY. This 3-day breaker is still holding up as a support level on the DXY. But if we do break down, which I think is actually pretty likely based upon the current price history, this would be a really bullish sign for crypto if we're able to drop down here, retest as a resistance level, and then keep on going down. So this would be a really, really good sign if we could break down from here. All right. So there's still a lot going on, guys. Ultimately, a quick rundown. Bitcoin looks precarious, but there is a decent chance that we are going to continue up. However, if we do lose that level, we don't have that much further to go. All coins look really, really well relative to Bitcoin for a few different reasons, right? The total 3, as well as the Bitcoin dominance. And of course, the traditional stock market does look bearish. We have broken down from the 200 moving average, But the US dollar currency index actually does not look great right now, which is good for crypto. So lots of conflicting information. I know it seems a little bit confusing and scary, which is why you definitely need to be a part of the Discord server so I can get you guys up to speed on what's going on. Um, However, guys, that's basically all I've got tonight. I know it's not too incredibly clear in the market, but overall, I think the market still looks okay. We still have some work to do, but it's not as bearish as what a lot of people are talking about. All right. So outside of that, I'll let you guys go. Have a fantastic evening, and I will see you guys in the next video. Like always, deuces, boys.